Hello everyone, this is Harley from Garden FL and welcome to episode 15 of the Tropical Fruit Gardening TV series. And in today's episode, we're just going to be working from our house, from the farm, and I just want to show you guys this one flower that I just came across. Wow, look at this one. So I believe these are known as pink powder puffs. They're very good for attracting various pollinators, and they're very pretty. This is the tree. Now this tree is very old. You see, stands kind of right there. And it's going over the bridge, but as you see, the flower is right there. And then right here we have the papayas, and the papayas are doing very good. This is actually the dwarf Malaysian papaya, and as you see, the papaya is actually just very big at this point. I haven't had any issues with the papaya fruit fly, and the papaya fruit fly here in Florida will actually ruin the papayas. But I check the papayas every week and there's no signs of burrowing. Wow, this is a beautiful papaya. And then as you see right up here, we have more papaya blooms. These are the papaya blooms. As you see, they're about to open. And this is a baby papaya that just formed. Very beautiful. As you see here, more of the papayas. This papaya is actually a male, and you can tell it's a male just because of the way the flowers come out. At least I believe this one's a male because of the amount of flowers that come out from one point. And right next to it, this one is a female flower. This one has two, and another papaya coming. As you see, these are different varieties of papayas. I'm not sure which papayas these are exactly. I believe are lady, but I got these from the Mustang flea market in Florida before it was closed. But I really love papayas, and I just like that the papayas are going really good. And despite the fact that they're super close, planted next to each other, you see here's one, and not even 2 to 3 feet is the other one. So as you see, and they're fruiting very nice. And then right behind it, we have more papayas. As you see, there's a bigger tree, and that one is loaded, and the one that we were just showing you is right over there. But the mangoes are coming in. The new growth on the mango is coming in very nice. As you see, this is actually a Kent mango right here, but I'm working on changing half of the tree to a Maha Chinook. So we're just gonna see how the graft takes. This is actually a Maha Chinook graft, and I did it a few days ago, so we'll see how that has to go. That is actually lemongrass, but I want to show you guys my miracle berry bush because I love miracle berry. Oh, these are the mangoes, the grafts that I'm gonna be grafting onto, the spruce stalks that I'm gonna be grafting onto. But as you see, this is also, I want to show you guys this, my moringa. I love to eat moringa. So as you see, I just also have always have a lot of moringa in the food forest. Very good. You can use it as a chop and drop if you don't technically like moringa, but moringa also grows very fast. Although I do recommend you guys eating moringa because moringa for your health just provides so many health benefits, and it's super easy to grow. So right here I have my miracle berry bushes. As you see, a lot of them have the fruit. Now if you don't know what miracle berry does, miracle berry, when you eat it, it turns your taste buds to the opposite. So you can eat basically anything sour and it turns really sweet. Now here are more miracle berry bushes. What I'm doing, I'm looking for berries. I thought I saw some on that tree earlier. So what I really like to do with these berries is pick them, and then I'll just eat sour things such as this red lime tree, for example. Here I have red limes. Now this is a beautiful red lime tree. I'm gonna just look at one. Okay, this one's ready. You see it's beautiful. Now traditionally, this red lime would be super sour to eat on its own. But what I'll do is eating the berry, I'll just change my taste buds and I'll be able to eat it. Okay, so here I have the red lime, the miracle berry fruit. The berry itself is pretty sweet. You just kind of want to roll it around your tongue and let the compound in the miracle berry stick to your tongue. Now, traditionally this red lime would be very sour. This one is actually used for ceviche. So here we have it open. Wow, it literally tastes like lemonade. You don't eat the seed of the berry, but it's amazing what this berry does. We're gonna go over to the Calamondin because if you don't know, Calamondins are also very sour. So when you eat the berry first, it tastes really good, like orange juice. So my Calamondin tree actually this year, I believe it got deciduous greening. Either that or it has nutrient deficiencies because it didn't produce as much Calamondins as the previous year. As you see here are the Calamondins, and you see the leaf kind of looks a little strange and off. Like I said, my Calamondin harvest this year was not that good. So yeah, we're gonna pick this Calamondin right here. As you see, the Calamondin's like a very little citrus. Now typically this would be very acid. It'll make you basically quench when you eat this on its own. But with the miracle fruit, this tastes like orange lemonade. So let's eat it. Okay, here's a Calamondin. Very good. As you see, here's the other one. We're gonna pick it like this prematurely. I think it's a little premature. The color isn't colored up, but it's still gonna be delicious. The skin and all that citrus is delicious. Love it. So today we're actually going to go to the farm in Punta Gorda because I really want to start mulching up the plants somewhat. It's getting really hot and some of the plants don't have adequate mulch like they should. So we are going to go there today. Okay, so we just made it to the farm. Now immediately I saw something from far away right when I got here. And it was the Barbados cherry that I saw so bright and red. Now I love eating these and I'm glad that I put several of these trees right here on the farm, because look at all of this fruit. Now guys, this is a full sun fruit. So if you, or full sun tree, so if you are not getting heavy crops from your Barbados cherry tree, perhaps it could be due to the fact that it's not getting enough sun. But look at this guys, loaded over here. And then this is actually where my other mangoes are. It's right next to my mango line because I just like to have fruit, you know, that can produce all year round. This is another Barbados cherry tree I have right here. This one has the fruit ripening. I like to eat them when they're very red like this, but you can also eat them when they're very green too and crunchy, very crunchy. Here, as you see, more of the flower petals, more fruit forming, and right down there we actually have the flower, and the flower is very pretty, just a pink flower. And more buds. Like I said guys, this is year-round producing fruit tree. Delicious. This fruit needs to be grown more here. Excellent. The mangoes, as you see, once I tipped them about a week ago. As you see, they're forming new buds. So right here is the new actually heads or branches that are going to shoot out of this mango. This is actually the Mahashinik mango. So I'm very glad I did that. And the reason I did that is because this mango was growing all in one straight line. And we really don't want that. We want like a canopy to form, because the more branches, the more chances it'll fruit. We also did that to the KY mango. Let me see how to say it. Kuyal. The Kuyal mango, which is Thai mango, Thai variety mango. This mango is actually huge. As you see, I topped it. Here we have 1, 2, and a third one, I believe, on there coming. But as you see, here's where I have the mangoes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then some more back there. 8, 9 right here with the Namdak Mai. And this is just like a little mango section. And right here is where we have some of the agroforestry lines, the sugar apples. And I recently added the bananas. I don't think in the previous video that I uploaded here, I planted these bananas. This is actually a praying hands variety. I really like this variety. And this is the Thai, just Thai Atemoya. And this is another Thai Atemoya. Now I planted these in between the rows of the sugar apples, just because to provide a little more shade for the sugar apples, and also because you know, these bananas are going to be chopped down eventually once they fruit, so they're not going to be here forever other than the anona trees. So eventually they're going to become a mulch, and I'll be able to eat from them too. So this is the Panama Red passion fruit vine that I planted right here, and I actually made it so it'll canopy all the way up the tree. It'll go all the way up the tree, and as you see, it made it, and it's just up there. So I'm waiting to, you know, to let that go crazy, and I'm gonna leave some of these trees so it could do that. But here's a star fruit I planted. This is the Phuang Tung variety. As you see, Carambola Phuang Tung, and this variety is super good, super delicious. So we're gonna actually go to the other star fruit tree, which is just over here, because I want to show you guys how active this star fruit tree has been for me. And like I said, guys, this fruit forest is very young still, so everything here, I don't really expect it to fruit heavily for the first 2 or 3 years, but this star fruit tree is something that you can kind of expect fruit within the next few years abundantly, because that's how star fruits are. As you see, it's just been fruiting, and there's been bees and all sorts of beetles all over this tree. And I've been eyeing very closely, but I did find a baby star fruit in process. There it is. As you see, there is the star fruit. Now this is actually the Sri Kembangan variety. This is a Thai variety. I believe this is Thai variety. And right next to the carambola, I actually have more passion fruits kind of going up this tree. As you see, this one hasn't quite made it yet, but it's going to. And then just right around the corner I have another one, which is doing just fine and is on his way up the tree as well. These guys will fruit very heavily next year. So next year this whole tree will be covered in passion fruit, so I really can't wait. And I'm not gonna let the vines, you know, I'm not gonna trim the vines or anything. I'm just gonna let them go crazy. I want them to take over this canopy. And then right on the other side I have another one. So I actually have 3 passion fruits in this little area. Right here, this is actually a yellow papaya. Now this yellow papaya I got from West Palm Beach from my friend Leaf. Oh my god, and look at it's already fruiting. So this papaya is actually the yellow variety, as you can tell by the flower. It's yellow, and it's a very young papaya. So I can't wait for this one to actually flower and produce. Want to show you this tree real quick. This is my Thai giant Jujube, and as you could tell, this tree is grafted and it's already flowering. This fruit tree as well attracts a lot of pollinators. As you can see, there is I believe there's a bee pollinating the Jujube flower. Oh, he almost got on me. As you see, it's a Thai giant Jujube, and it's very vigorous so far in these soils. And then right next to it, right along here, here's where I have 4 Atemoya trees, and they're pretty evenly spaced so they can grow pretty big. And I'm not going to fruit these for the next 3 to 4 years until they get nice and big. And these are one of my favorite varieties of Atemoya. It is my favorite variety, the Pet Pak Chong PPC. This Atemoya variety was actually made in Thailand. One of my favorite varieties. I got this tree, the PPC, in West Palm Beach as well in Florida. And just right over here, I have another one, Pet Pak Chong. And I have it very heavily mulched with organic material that has just all fallen from these trees. And I still have yet to, go through it with a chainsaw and really get all the stuff down so I can really mulch these trees much heavier. This is another PPC, Atemoya. And what I like that I've been noticing is the trees are very green, are responding very well to the soils here in Punta Gorda. This one, another PPC Atemoya, and I had a little bit of a problem with the leaves, but as you see, it's grown out of it, and it's already starting to get better. It's doing beautiful, you see right there. And this one over here, this one right behind it is actually AP Atemoya, so this one's actually African Pride. I decided to put the African Pride here just because I just wanted to be a little different. And I'm watching these trees, these Atemoya trees, very closely. And as you see, it's right next to all my other sugar apples and different fruit trees right there. So this is just a little path I have in my farm. I have a peach tree. This is a peach tree. And then right here is jackfruit from seed. And as you see, it's already pushing new growth, doing very well. And it's shaded in this little area right now, but once I get the equipment, I'll clear more area up top so more sunlight will be allowed in. This is a very beautiful star apple, very big, and look at the leaf, it's like golden. Here's another star apple. I believe this is the green variety. And this one is actually already flowering. See the star apple flowers? These are how the flowers look like. And right here, there's actually some already flowering, the star apple. Star apple is also known as camito. It's very good. And the flowers are pretty. They're small and very pretty. I haven't seen much pollinators attracted to those as much as the star fruit and the Thai Jujube. So. The noni, this is noni fruit. As you can tell, this one's pretty much almost ready and ripe. Now, it smells pretty not quite good. But I still am going to eat one because they're very healthy. That's why I'm gonna grow it. But I want to show you guys this tree. So this is actually a moringa stump that my neighbor threw out. And I literally just chopped the bottom and placed it back in the ground. And look at this. Big moringa, and for free, the trunk. This is the trunk on the side of the road. But I put it to work. Oh, so there's one more over here.
And wow, there's so many corn.
Okay, so we're actually gonna be chopping up some wood material because I really want to make some mulch for some of my trees I have back here. Now I actually haven't showed you guys these trees that I have here, so let me show you what I planted. Okay, so here's that Barbados cherry that I just harvested from. And I actually have 4 of these trees on the property. Right here is a neem tree. Now this is actually the Indian neem tree, and I love neem, and not only is it beneficial for your yard, but it has so many benefits for your body as well. So right here, this is the Alano sapote, or nispero as I would call it. I know in Vietnamese language it's called sapoche, but this is actually the Thai variety of sapote, and it's very young as you could tell, but I'm gonna let this grow very big and very tall. Now this Alano variety is very good. As you can see, it's the leaves are very small and like thinner compared to other varieties. So I'm going to show you the other varieties of sapote that I got. Okay, this is actually my Malik's Sapodilla, and this is actually a Thai variety again. And the leaves on this one are a little bigger compared to the Alano. And so the Malik's leaves are actually a little bit bigger than the Alano, and it's still a Thai variety, but this one I'm very excited for because I heard this variety is super sweet, the Sapodilla. And as you see, the tree is very healthy, very green. It has new growth, and the spot it's in, it's receiving a little better sun than the Alano, but it's still both are still receiving very good sun. Now, let me show you the other Sapodilla variety that I have. I just wanted to show you guys a closer look at the Malik's leaves, so you can kind of see how they are a little larger in size. Right here is the Macaque Sapodilla variety, another Thai variety, and this one is actually, the leaves are very slender, and this tree actually has flowers that have bloomed already, but I pollinate them, just a few, because Sapodilla can actually carry fruits throughout the year very easily. And just to give everyone a better view of the Macaque Sapodilla variety, this is actually a bit shorter of tree than the other 2 varieties, than the Malik's and Alano, but it's still it's actually holding flowers and very soon fruit. But we're gonna give these trees adequate time to actually grow. Let me see if you guys can see a flower right here. My hand actually have a flower where you see my hand is. But yeah, the leaves are much slender. Out of those 3 varieties, the Malik's has the bigger leaves. But you see, this is still a very beautiful, healthy tree. You see new growth is coming up here. Here we have more flowers and new growth right there. And this is going to be a big tree as well. All nisperos are pretty big trees. Sapodilla or sapoche. And honestly, I'm still learning to love this fruit, but I'm sure I'll love it because I'll be growing it. I think the times I've tried sapote, I really didn't like them, but the last time I've tried some from Colder Grove, I got, I believe it was a Thai variety sapote, but it was so good. So good. Alright guys, let me show you guys what I'm going to be doing today in this little section. So what I want to do today is basically add more of this organic material that is just literally all over my farm. And what I need to do is just add that to the beds. And I have a bunch of other things right here that I didn't really show you guys, but this is a sugar cane actually growing, and mango variety, more sugar cane right here, another sugar cane over there, and but let me just show you guys. This right here is actually the dwarf Hawaiian mango, and this is actually planted right behind the Sapodilla, the nispero. Right here is the green Thai mango, Kio Savoy. Mango Kio Savoy, and as you see, it has new growth, but I kind of planted it when it was flushing out, so it's kind of struggling, but it's okay, it'll come back. And right here, I forgot what this one was, Ugly Betty. Yeah, Ugly Betty. Now, Ugly Betty is a really good mango. As you see, this is a grafted tree, so it has a while to go, but that's where it had the nispero. That's the Malik's. Right over there was the Macaques. Here's the Alano, mango varieties, sugar cane, and this is a mulberry. This is a Pakistani mulberry, the one that gets kind of long. And this is the area that I'm going to be just trimming up, adding more organic material, to the trees, the fruit trees. And this is a tree that I want to show you guys very quick. This is the Gefner Atemoya, and it's doing beautiful. This Atemoya is loving the soil here in Punta Gorda, and I can't wait. This is another Atemoya that I'm not going to fruit for about 3 or 4 years. We're really going to allow that Atemoya to grow. But all around the farm we have other fruit trees that we're going to be enjoying the fruit in, you know, shorter seasons, like these wonderful Barbados cherries that we harvested. We're going to start by just using pieces of wood that I chopped down from other trees, and just, you know, break them up to smaller pieces and put them on the mulch. And then we're going to break it up to smaller pieces and then put them around the base of the trees. So let's get started. Okay, that was actually not too bad at all. So I actually have more tree stumps and just tree things all over this farm. So let's get to you know, let's grab them all and start chopping them up. I've dedicated this area, kind of the middle, to my little chop up area. As you see, all around here is where I just kind of did my little tour of the Sapodillas, the Atemoyas, and there's some more trees I forgot to show you. Like there's a mango back there, and all along here there's some trees such as star apples, more Sapodilla, longan, sugar apple, and Rolenia. But yeah, let me just let's get to organizing this a little bit.